This video might be the hardest video to make on all of YouTube. Maybe even one of the hardest visual experiences ever presented in human history. Of course, not in a technical sense. Not like a Mr. Beast style production that takes months and burns through massive amounts of money, manpower, and resources. This video is more like a person standing in front of you and dissecting himself. This episode is finally the time for me to show you my guitar level. My first goal is to intimidate you, to let you know I'm not a useless person. Then, little by little, I'm going to expose my own weaknesses. Slowly remove that intimidation until you feel free to despise me mercilessly. I'm going to play the entertainer. I removed the repeated sections. If you want to hear a full performance, leave me a comment. I will post a complete version later. All right, let's go. Everything that just happened was an illusion. First of all, this is the moment where you absolutely shouldn't shout encore, because I only know how to play this one piece. You say, how is that possible? Why is it not possible? In the past 2 weeks, I practiced only this piece. Only this one. I used to know many more pieces. More than 10 years ago. I've forgotten all of them now. This is the biggest problem for people like me, including world-class performers. I've noticed this. They tour the world, more than 100 concerts a year, and they played the same repertoire over and over again. Violinists, everywhere they go, it's a Paganini's 24 Caprices for the whole year, or Bach's Sonatas or Partitas for solo violin. Pianists, either the Goldberg variations all year long, or Rachmaninoff. Their performances are, of course, world class. I'm not shameless enough to force myself into their category, but you cannot expect this type of performer to play completely different repertoire every day. That's a fact. Second, you say, Marcus, you're so familiar with the entertainer. Can you sing the melody? Oh, that I can do. For example, this part. La da da, da da, da di da, la di, da 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 da, di da di di Dee da dee dee da dee da da dee da da da. I can sing precisely, but then do not, absolutely do not ask me to play only that melody on the guitar. Just what I sound. I would die in front of you. You don't believe me? Well, since we already here, let's do it. But I can play this. You'd better not asking me to start from not the very beginning. If I can play this, but I cannot play the single melody itself. What looks much simpler, the melody, even though I can sing it, which means I probably have some musical instinct or musical literacy. I cannot execute it on a guitar. On a piano, it might be better because piano keys are laid out in a much more regular way. And on a piano, one note comes only from one key. On a guitar, the same note can be played in multiple positions. Only with different tone colors. And third, you say, Marcus, that part you just played, play it again. This part. And you say, hey, what chord is that? What chord? What chord? Stop right there. Okay? Never ask. Don't do that again and we'll get angry. Give me a second, let me think. It might be just F, A, C, and I'm guessing, a good word. I'm not sure. You really shouldn't ask me questions like this. And fourth, you say, Marcus, if you don't know the chords in this piece, then what chords do you know? Okay. C, E minor, A minor, G, F, A minor, and if you ask the others, like G minor 7, G minor 7, G minor, G, B flat, D, and 7, G minor 7. This one, like this? This is hard. What? What? Maybe. What? This is G minor 7? No. Oh. Oh. This is G minor 7, right? It should be. And you say, Marcus, hey, you're too slow. Hey, slow men tend to last longer. And if you say, hey, Marcus, can you play G minor 7 in other positions? I'm slow. Fifth, you say, Marcus, what key is this piece in? Fine, I think it's a C. It's a C. Then you say, can you play it in D? Go find Richard Smith. Let him play it for you. I'm sure he can play it in every key. I can only play it in C. And finally you say, Marcus, if that's the case, you can't play other pieces. Can you at least accompany me while I sing? A song everyone knows. I will tell you, yes. Give me the sheet music. Let me practice for 2 weeks. Accompanying a song is easy. Then you say, can we collaborate right now on the spot? I turn around and walk away. This is me. What I want to do on this channel is this. First, I want to become capable of everything you just used to embarrass me. And that's not enough. My ambition is much bigger. The demands you just made are common demands. I want something harsher, something more brutal. For example, when I hear any song, I can play it on the guitar immediately, without looking for sheet music, without going home to practice for 2 weeks. Of course, it doesn't have to be as complex as entertainer, but I can let people hear the entire song. And of course, that also includes improvisation, preferably improvisation with culture. I believe many people who practice instrument have the same problem I do, and are also searching for a path forward. So let me say this clearly. This channel is not about teaching, because real ability cannot be taught. Musical ability is also an ability. Playing the entertainer is not ability. It's just some technique. On this channel, I only show path. I show what I've done for my desire toward musical ability. You can use it as reference or simply as a companionship. Today, through this video, I'm going to tell you the most critical thing directly. All these problems come from this thing. Sheet music. This thing is exactly like turning on subtitles in your native language when watching a movie in the language you want to learn. With this thing, you will never master a second language, and you will never gain any musical ability. This thing provides certainty. This thing is explanation. This thing makes you feel safe and comfortable. This thing is a body of knowledge, and the essence of this thing is your retreat. I'm not saying this thing is pure evil. It has academic value. If a musician already has musical ability and chooses to read sheet music to enhance musical literacy, that's fine. But without any musical ability, starting directly with literacy means the order is reversed. It's just like learning a second language. If someone can already communicate daily, listen, speak, read, write, then reading literature or reciting poetry makes sense. But learning a second language by memorizing poetry from the start. Here, this is poetry. In music, this is poetry. Paganini's 24 Caprices, Bach's sonatas and partitas for solo violin, the Goldberg variations, Rachmaninoff, that's poetry. Children learning instruments start by memorizing poetry, performing poetry recitation. If you think of music as a language, many people spend their entire lives memorizing poetry, performing poetry recitation, but never learned how to speak, just like me. In fact, even the poems you've memorized will eventually be forgotten. Fortunately, I've only spent half my life memorizing poetry so far. Now look back at the entertainer I just played. If we compare this to language, my level is this. I do not believe this child can communicate fluently in Chinese. She can only recite this one poem. At best, it's high-quality memorized performance. At worst, it's a false signal of ability that adults project meaning onto. Everything is an illusion. I'm not criticizing that child. I'm just saying that my so-called performance of the entertainer is the same kind of thing as that child reciting a single poem.